I have been working on an ancient Greek-themed tower defense game for 2 years now, starting from a 12-hour prototype to a hobby project to a full-time job. Here's how it happened. Back in January of 2023, I was experimenting in Unity thinking of a video I can make for this channel. Playing a lot of Bloons Tower Defense and being a fan of the tower defense genre, I wanted to see if I could make my own version in 12 hours. I whipped up what was originally titled Plants Pillar Protectors, or PPP for short, and it was okay. The design was a little all over the place and the visuals sucked, but I was able to play the game and sink some time into playing it repetitively. During this time, I was looking for work as a game developer, and my biggest goal was to keep improving my portfolio. Shortly after finishing PPP, I had this idea to revisit it, but polish it and release it on Steam within 6 months. And we can already see how that turned out. In March of 2023, I booted up a new Unity project and began working on it. I wanted this project to feel like a real game, and the top-down perspective that it was originally in didn't feel right to me, so I switched it to isometric. Isometric wasn't something I had ever done up until that point, but for a tower defense game, there was a charm to it that felt unique, and I had a vision of how I could bring it to life. There was also never really a big plan for this project. I didn't make a game design document, there was no story, I was just creating what I thought would be fun. I created my first few characters with different upgrades and some enemies with various stats, just to test how it would all look and feel. Having skipped the planning phase for this project, I ran into a lot of issues with the design. The characters didn't make sense, and very quickly the code became unmanageable. I also spent a lot of time focusing on the visuals and aesthetic of the game, which definitely cost a lot of development as well. Not long after I started this project, I got a job as a game developer in a studio, so development for this slowed down quite a bit. But this was also a bit of a blessing in disguise because I had learned so much about industry practices in my new role that I was able to bring a lot of it across to my personal project. I quickly realized how many mistakes I was making with the design and with the code, so instead of scrapping the project and restarting, I took a step back and went to the drawing board. And around September of 2023, I started writing up the first game design document for this project. After writing up the game design document, it became pretty clear to me where the big problems were. I had been programming for a while, but I never really utilized proper object-oriented practices, and the biggest problem I had in this project was a lack of polymorphism. Looking at the code from the start of the project, I had created 5 or 6 different characters that all used different scripts with only one change of behavior. There was so much shared code between them. In fact, for all of the scripts, I would have the same initializer or the same cell function, and I never thought to do it a different way. I spent a few months on that game design document, and around November of 2023, I thought it would be time to jump back into the project with all I had learned from my job as well and start fixing things up. I basically stripped the entire project. I rewrote literally every system that I had created, and for the next few months, the project never really changed. But there were now a bunch of tools and systems that I created that would allow for more flexible character and enemy designs. I was able to streamline the process for different attacks or visuals or upgrades, and to this day, it is still using the same system. So that's probably a good thing. And despite all of these changes, progress didn't seem to improve. I was still working full-time in my game developer role while moving cities, so it was pretty hard to find time to be able to make consistent progress on this project. In April of 2024, it had been 1 year since I officially restarted the project, and I really didn't have much to show for it. However, I was still committed to the project, and it was largely because so many aspects of the project's design were so crucial to my own learning and understanding of a game's development cycle. I was having fun experimenting, trying out new things, and just creating systems that were clean and extremely expandable. The whole learning process had been extremely satisfying for me. Fast forward a couple months towards the end of 2024, and I was able to spend a lot more time working on this project. In fact, since the end of October, I have been working on this project full time, and with this opportunity came some more refactoring. I was able to create more systems to help test and design different aspects of the game, but I also rewrote the game design document. Progress again was coming along great. I had a really clear idea of the characters, the design, the upgrades, and with the systems that I had spent months working on at the start of the year, it took only about 30 minutes for me to create 16 different unique playable characters. My systems were working and things were looking good. And naturally, as I have learned in game development, when things look up, you will quickly be humbled. And for me, that came in the form of the art and design. When I first started this project, I was going for a minimalist pixel art game, and I had done many pixel art games in the past, or at least I thought I did. What I was actually doing was pixel art looking games. I never did proper research into what it takes to make a pixel art game, and just went with what I thought I knew. My idea of resolution or aspect ratios, as it turned out, didn't make sense. And it wasn't until this project, more specifically 1 year and 11 months into this project, that I had discovered I had been doing all the art wrong. Now, a lesser man may be put off by this, but like I mentioned, this project has always been a way for me to learn and explore and experiment. I took this opportunity with this newfound understanding of pixel art to revamp the style and to do it right. I have spent so long on this project, and I really love it, but it would be a waste to cut corners on certain aspects. I know I owe it to not only the people who will be playing this, but to myself to make sure that what I'm doing is of the highest quality. Development was halted partially while I relearned pixel art fundamentals, and I spent around 2 weeks straight doing this, and I even made a video from what I learned. And with all of that, we are brought to now. This is the current state of the project. There's still a lot of aspects that are work in progress, but in terms of visual consistency, the game actually has a style now. And with the plans that we have for the design of the characters and enemies, the game will be able to quickly find its feet. I spent the last few weeks just getting everything back to where it was, and it does look different from where the majority of the development of the game was looking, but that was always to be expected, and I'm very excited with these changes. It's starting to, although slowly, resemble an actual game, and at the very least, I can see where it's going. Now, before I wrap this up, I want to say a few things. If you're developing your own game, your timeline may look like mine. I wouldn't say mine is the most realistic, but game dev YouTubers often portray game development in a certain way, and oftentimes that is that it's easier than you think. I'm 2 years down the line on this journey, and with multiple setbacks and with multiple strides forward, I wouldn't change where I am for anything. I've learned so much to get to where I am, and for me, that meant making mistakes, but it has all been worth it. What I know now is what I can forever take onto the next project. Everyone starts somewhere, and I am learning every day, every hour with this project, and every project that I do. And to look at where I started in not just game development, but with this project to where it is now, man, I am excited. I'm so happy with it, and I can't wait to share more of the journey with you guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch today's video as we kickstart 2025 and our third year of working on this project. I promise there's big things in the work for not only this project, but for this channel. So it'll mean the world to me to have you on board, and you can join by subscribing to the channel. On that note, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.